What's up, everybody? It is Frey, and today I'm going to be talking about some tips for when you go to sell at conventions. It's time to make that money, baby. Now, on with the video. So, you finally got your prints together, you're ready to go, you're like, okay, it's my first one, I'm nervous, but just take a deep breath and prepare for the funnest time of your life. This is like, it's nerve wracking, but at the same time, it is so awesome. Now, I've done a couple of events. I've done Otakon twice, I've done Baltimore Comic Con, I've done Awesome Con, and I've done even FairyCon, which is in Timoni, Hunt Valley area somewhere. Anyway, I've done that too, which is not an anime or comic related convention at all, but it was cheap and we did sell stuff there. So, yeah. Now, it is extremely challenging for this, but it is so much fun to get out there and actually see if you can start making a profit off of your work. How many people actually think your work is good enough to put money on? Because, as you know, if you want to be an artist making it a living, you need to make money. So, this is kind of like a cheap way to get your work out there and make a profit. The cheapest, I would think, because you can find tables for really cheap. That's another video. We'll get into that in another time. These are also tips that I neglected when we were first starting, but as I put them into play, we got better results. So let's get on. Number one, you're going to want to pack your stuff the night before the event. And I say this because what's going to happen is you're going to get up in the morning and you're going to take your shower, you're going to, eat your breakfast, you might take a shit, and then you're going to pack, you're going to try to rush and pack everything away. And then what's going to happen is you're going to get down to the event and you're going to be like, oh shit, I left my major products sitting on the desk somewhere. So it's best to get all your stuff together the night before. If not to pack it in your car, at least put it near the door. Put everything you need near the door. And there might be some stuff you might want to check into, such as make sure you have tape, a little writing, dry erase board, so you can write prices. It works better than writing on paper your prices. The dry erase boards are better because you can do like discounts and erase shit really easy, and it still looks quality. Also, a credit card reader, you're going to want to have that in supply because you're going to lose a lot of damn sales if you don't have a credit card reader. I'm just saying. Also, make sure you have change. You're going to need dollars, you're going to need fives, and you're going to need coins. Number two, what you're going to want to do is get your table as soon as possible. This is how. And of course, somebody would text me in the middle of my fucking video. No one freaking texts me at all. And then all of a sudden, when I'm doing something, that's when everybody's got to contact you. So anyway, get your table early because they're going to go by quick. Everybody and their mom's going to want a freaking table. So get your table as soon as possible. As soon as it goes up there, you need to be pushing that fucking price button to get that table. Especially the cheaper the table is, the faster it's going to go. So you need to get your table as soon as possible. Number three, when you get to the convention, you need to get in there and go to your table as soon as possible. You need to check your surroundings, see who you're going to be with, make friends with your neighbors because they're going to help you out in case you forget like small supplies like pins and all the little stuff. they're going to help you out if you become friendly with them. So talk to them after you set up your table. After you set up your table the way you want. Nothing is more unprofessional than you're sitting there, and we've had this happen to us. We got there late, then we forgot stuff. We had to go back to the house, which was about 20 minutes away, and come back, and our table was incomplete. So we had people standing there wanting to know what we were doing because we brought our turntables, which is a tip I will get to in a moment. But they were wanting us to do stuff, and we had to keep telling them, come back in like 10 minutes. Needless to say, they did not come back because we were not ready and they had other shit to say. So you need to be on it. Number 4, what you're going to want to do is, if you can afford it, I would go dealer room instead of artist alley. In the artist alley, people tend to look at it as it's like amateur stuff and they're noobs trying to make it big. If you go to the dealer's alley or a dealer's room, it looks more professional for you. You're basically in the middle of all the industries. So you'll have your Funimation over there and blah blah blah, and your Toei studio and your J Rock table where they sell like the J Rock and J Pop CDs and all that shit, and then you'll have you. And people will look at you as more professional because you're surrounded by more professionals. So do dealer alley if it's not too expensive. I know some of them get ridiculous. I think Otacon's is like over $1,000. Don't do that. And number five, talk to everyone. Everyone. And don't just make it all about the sales. If you see someone that's cosplaying something, walk up to them and be like, hey man, it looks awesome. I fucking love One Punch Man. Go up to him, engage him, say, oh, how'd you make this? Blah, blah, blah. Talk to them. The more you talk to people, the more they're going to feel comfortable with you. The more they're going to be like, hey, well, he seems like a pretty cool guy. Let me just go check his stuff out. And they could become potential customers. Also, if you're in a dealer's alley, or dealer's room, I keep calling it a fucking alley, damn. If you're in the dealer's room, and you can talk to the industry people around you, and they will give you like insight on stuff to do. If you're really good at it, some of the industry professionals might give you tips on how to get into the industry. You'll hear some interesting tales about how when they were coming up in the industry and blah blah blah. So you can basically, and they're friendly. Like I have not met someone in the industry who is a douche. Like they're just like, I'm not gonna talk to you. I get my news high, so I'm clearly not gonna talk to you. A lot of them are actually really friendly, at least in that setting, because I don't know how they're outside. But in that setting, they're actually really friendly and they want to talk to you. You got to think, they're just people. I know you might get awestruck, but at the end of the day, they are just people, and if you engage them and have fun with them, they're gonna 9 times out of 10 want to have fun with you. Number 6, you're going to want to stock small. This is why I say this. You're a new person, and this is your first, glasses are falling. This is your first convention. No one knows you. You don't really have a fan base or anything. You just have really good artwork. Really good artwork is not enough to garner the sales you want. It's just not. And we learned this the hard way, even though my artwork was shit back then. I'm not even gonna lie. I thought it was cool in my artwork. When I looked at other people's shit, I was just like, man, why the fuck am I in this artist alley? Because my work is shit. But at the time, I was like, yeah, man, this is fucking awesome. We went to Otakon, first convention. We're like, oh, 30, 35,000 people. If we get 200 copies of our manga, we're sure to sell out of 200 copies of the manga. Wrong. Dead wrong. You gotta understand you're still new, and a lot of people are timid and they don't want to try new things. Not just yet. They don't just want to fork over that dough to this original manga that you're surrounded by all these other artists who have their own original mangas. So it's kind of hard to stand out in that sense. So stock small. When we did Otakon the next year, we got 30 copies of the book instead, and we sold, I think we sold 20, we sold like 26 of them. Now, granted, the artwork was better, but the fact is, we nearly sold out. And selling out for your big items is the best thing you can do. Imagine you sell out of your copies. That makes you feel good, right? But then people, they come up to you and they're like, oh, can I buy such and such? Sorry, bro, we're sold out of that. We are sold out of our manga. In their mind, they're going to be like, fuck, what did I miss? What the hell did I miss? It sold out that quick? Really? So, stock small. It'll save you from being so much in the red, because let's be honest, you're not going to just start out and just be in the green with your money. Or in the black. Is it in the black? In the black. Shit. I'm sorry. You're not going to start off and be in the black with your money. 9 times out of 10, you're going to be in the red after the convention is done. Because, you got table, you got electricity you have to buy, all the food you have to buy for your staff, etc., etc. So you're going to come off in the red. But it's better to come off in the red minus 60, 70 bucks compared to our first time where we were like minus 1,500 bucks. And the last point for this video is number 7. You're going to want to have a follow-up. Me and my friends, we have fucked this up. We have fucked this up for so long, which is why it took me so long to actually start getting momentum, because every convention we did, we had no follow-up. We didn't have a business card. We didn't have an Instagram account to tell them to go to, a Facebook. We didn't have a website. You need these things, because especially if you do that small stock and you sell out of your small stock, people are going to want to follow your projects, because they're going to be like, damn, maybe I can get it online, or maybe I can I'll be the first to know when the next product comes out. So what you're going to want to do is have business cards, have bookmarks, have anything that you can find to promote yourself that you can have them follow up after the convention. So that's it for this video. I'm going to actually do a part 2 because there's some more tips that I want to give you, but this video is getting kind of long, so I'm kind of like, If you go to my website, enlock.com, www.endlocké.com. There's a jingle in there somewhere. There is actually a blog of this part 1 video, and it goes into more detail, and you can see pictures of how our tables looked, how we interacted with people, and stuff like that. That's all for me on this video. If you like, and click and subscribe and do all that wonderful stuff that makes me feel good inside, I would really appreciate it. Take care, stay golden, and I'll talk to you later.